Good evening, Flosstube. It is Tuesday, the 12th of the 12th, 2023. I've had a long day at work. I have been trying to record this video so many times. Firstly, I would like to say thank you to my new subscribers. Welcome. Hope you have been enjoying what you've been watching. Welcome back to the returning subscribers. I love having your company, and if you're just stumbling across this channel, please subscribe. It's nice to see who's watching. Please comment, like, all the things. So anyway, it has been a long time since I've recorded. Life got in the way, and then life got in the way big time. I've been trying, the last few months I've been trying to get back into recording, and things just kept getting in the way. I've been filmed a whole heap of little shorts, but a brief recap. My little fur child Matilda, she has been very sick. She has had 2 big surgeries. She has been on a ridiculous regime of antibiotics. They're still not working great. We go down to the specialist vet on this Friday, and hopefully we'll start to get somewhere soon. So, if you would like to hear more, I can definitely do another video and give you an update. I don't want to go into it too much tonight, as it'll probably make me too distressed and I won't be able to record. And I really want to get this recording done. It is Saturday, the last day of September, and I have been getting into some spring cleaning. I've decided that I'm going to remove some of my cross-stitch clutter that sits around me, and also move sides of the couch, as I've been struggling to focus on anything and then just focusing on one thing and feeling bad about not getting anything done. I am going to try the Needleberry Stitches quad method, where she picks 4 whips and they're her focus, and her rotation, and so I'm going to try that. Haven't exactly decided what I'm going to do yet. So yes, so this is all part of that. Also, my couch was wearing out a bit on one side, as they do, especially with the hours we put into it. So yes, I'm going to move sides of the couch, clear out all the clutter, pick 4 are the only cross stitches I'll have sitting around my space, and we shall see how we go. So I'm going to stop this and restart again and turn my camera around. Okay, so I've pulled everything out. Now, I used to sit on that far side against the wall. I'm now going to sit on this side. So that was the cupboard I had between the chair, but I'm going to move that into my bedroom or somewhere. And this is everything I had piled up around me. And this is all cross-stitch stuff other than the remotes for the TVs and some ibuprofen. So we are going to streamline and move stuff out. So it's all in line with the greater goal of tidying up and sorting out my craft room as well. And that's my board game collection over there. I've got a friend coming this afternoon to stay the weekend, because we have a long weekend and we're going to play board games. So I need to get in and get this done. So I've been working on this one for 2 months straight now. This is Long Dog Sampler Pandemic. I started in the middle when I did start it. I was off sick and I'd done some of that. This time around, I've pretty much done all of this corner here. It's a hand-dyed piece I've done myself. I'm okay with the really strong marks and lines in it for the simple fact that it's going to be very heavily stitched and you're not going to notice them. And I'm thinking it's looking really good because the pink is making the other colours just pop up. So I did a centre start. So I started there. I worked my way across and I worked my way up, and then this is the section I've been working on. So I'll come up. It took a long time to do that emblem. And then I've come across and there. So that's what I've been working on. I'm ready to switch out. So, but I think I'll probably still work on a long dog, have one of my long dog samplers as one of my cross stitches. But I don't think it'll be this one. So this is Pandemic by Long Dog Stitches. Samplers. So 99.5% sure this is going to be my full coverage piece for my quad. So this is Ride of the Yokai. This is what she'll look like. It's a Haid piece. Oh, sorry for the glare, guys. It's a laminated. I printed it off and laminated it. So I had sort of like a reference point of what I was working on. So I'm quite comfortable with the amount of gridding I've got done, that I'll be able to work on this for quite a while without having to grid. I think I've done 4 pages. Pretty sure it's 3 across and 1 down that I've done. I have to charge my tablet that's got my can't think of the name of the app. It's been a while since I've done any full coverage. So, and I'm sort of itching to get back into it. And this should be fairly simple. Here's hoping anyway. Okay, so it is Tuesday the 2nd of October today. And it's morning. I'm about to go up and go get ready for work. I thought I'd film this short little video first. So this is Night Nymph. I've finished stitching Day Nymph. She's there on the same piece of fabric. This is my starting point, and she is going to be my 3rd one of my quadrant for the quarter. So I've decided I'm going to work for them for a quarter. That's 3 months. And I'm not going to work 1 a month. I'm going to rotate between the 2. The 3, well 4 actually, because there's going to be 4. And decided to pick this one because I just have her skirt and her wings to finish off. So she's one that's near being complete. And then my 4th quadrant is going to be those that just require beading or finishing or backstitching. So beading or backstitching. So hopefully that 4th one throughout the quarter will clear out some of my whips that are just so darn close that I've been distracted by doing others with. So we shall see how we go. I'm sort of thinking week on, week off. I can't swap and do 4 a day. I just can't. That's just too much. But I can swap week to week. And I've decided she's going to be my first one for October. So we shall see how we go. Good morning. It is Saturday the 7th of October. It is 10 past 10. I am sorting all my threads back into my Annie's Keepers and trying to tidy up and sort through my cross-stitch stuff and be a little bit more organised. I actually need at least one more set of Annie's Keepers, but they're really hard to source in Australia, like non-existent. So I have to do it an overseas order. I've just sent off an email today, so hopefully the lady I sent the email to will be able to get back to me. But I'm spending the rest of my morning trying to get all this back together, put some of those threads back in there as well. Got the YouTube set up to listen to someone talk about cross stitch. I think I've queued up Kaylee tent stitch. I know I've watched a few of hers, but I'm a bit behind, so I thought I would play hers and see how far I get. So fingers crossed we can get a bit more progress done today. Good morning, Flosstube. It is Sunday the 9th of October. So I've been getting some stitching in on Night Nymph. So this has been the first one I've decided to work on for my quad that I've decided to do. I have just finished all the pretty bright colours. So all I've got left now to do is the black colour for this pattern, so which is all of this wing and the end of this wing. And I'm out of practice with filming. And then all the beiges and browns in this skirt. Now she is turning out so pretty. I've had these patterns and the kits because I bought them as the thread and bead kits from Wiltshire for so long. Now that I'm nearly finished, it's like, why did it take me so long to stitch them? So this is my Sunday. It's spring, but it's been a little cool. Matilda keeps me company when it's a bit of cool. So she's recovering well. So far so good. Everything has remained stable. We go back to the vet next week for blood tests to make sure that her liver is still functioning properly. So yes. So that's my stitchy morning. Gotta get up now and hang out washing and all the boring life stuff. Good morning, Flosstube. It is Friday the 13th. We have a vet visit today to get a blood test to make sure the stent is working properly. And that liver functions are returning to normal. Fingers are crossed. It has been a long road, but I thought I'd give you a little progress shot. So this is my Night Nymph, and it is Black Friday, and I am working on black. So I'm using Vildani threads. I bought the kits, which was the threads and the beads. This is Black Nut. And we're sort of playing thread chicken, as I've got a similar point here to do here. And I have got 2 lengths of 6 strands left on the card. This is my last one of my third last length. I hope that makes sense. Sorry, throat's a bit croaky. I've been sitting here thinking and contemplating what I'm going to be doing going forward, and I think today it's going to be, and probably every second Friday, because that's my roster day off, I'm going to make it Focus Friday, so I am going to focus and try and get a bit extra time in cross stitching. And because I usually just get an hour of a morning, an hour and a half, sometimes 2. It depends when I get up, whether I get up at 5:30 or 6:30. Oh, sorry, 6. Sometimes I rarely sleep to 6:30. And as the summer months progress, I'll be getting up at 5, which will be great for my cross stitching at least. But because it's my, anyway, ramble, because it's my rostered day off, I get a bit more spare time during the day. I do some errands. I'm not rushing off to Bundaberg or anywhere else. So yeah, this is what I am working on, and I love how she's looking. So once I get the wings done, it'll be back onto the skirt, and then powering on home, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So, there we go. That's a bit better. So this night nymph, nearly there. I say that, but then I'll get bogged down in the skirt. But anyway, have a good Friday 13th. Bye for now. Good morning, Flosstube. It is October 23. It is 5 in the morning. Excuse me, my allergies are up, so we sound a little bit groggy, croaky. We are sitting on the couch, getting ready to start stitching. So I finished the stitching on this lovely lady yesterday. And I finished it quite early. So I started the beading. So this lovely lady is, I actually got 2 of them on the same fabric, one after the other. And I got the beading started. So I got the beading down to, where's the last one? A bit hard to see there. So I almost got her done yesterday. So just got to do the bottom of a skirt, and that one there. And I've got to find my red chronic, so I've missed a stitch. I have no idea where the red chronic is at the moment. Pretty sure I'm not using it on any other project. So, yeah. Hopefully it's just in my chronic stash. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. But yes. So, last Saturday Matilda had to have a second operation. And I took the week off because I needed the week off as well. So we are back on the after-op healing process. So just 2 weeks of house arrest. But we are having to swap over to food that little miss does not like. And the fact that her antibiotics are making her nauseous is not great. So I had a small success yesterday with the new food, but let's see if we can repeat the experiment. Eh? So I've had some few upgrades to my setup. Firstly, I've bought myself a little wireless mic, and I've also bought myself a stand. So we're trying a different location, and we are doing it standing up, so I'll be able to move a bit more freely. I've got all the things I wish to show you on the back of my bed, and I will start showing you through all the items. So a lot has happened. I've had a few fully finished items. I sent them off to the framers. I've got some finished items, so I finally got in and did some beading, and which feels wonderful to get 2 whips out of the row. And I've been trying to do a different process, which I got off the Needleberry Stitcher, and break my years into quarters and have just 4 main focus pieces on those quarters, and I can work on them whenever I feel like. But I'm not surrounded by a heap of whips and feeling overwhelmed and crowded in, and I am enjoying it. Hence, we've got 2 fully finished items. I just got in and did them. So, where to start? First up, oh, and I have a little bit of haul. So, first up, we will do my finished items. I haven't got my fully finished items out here yet. I'm going to have to pause and go get them a bit later. So, finished items. So, my first 2 items, it's sort of one project, but two patterns, are the Mirabilia Night and Day Nymph. So Night Nymph is MD105 and the Day Nymph is MD104. Now I did these with kits that I bought. I bought the bead and thread kits, and I've had them for a while, and I was going to want one fabric and decided to swap out to another. I love the finished look. And this is the Day Nymph and the Night Nymph. So I am really, really happy with the end results. I'll see if I can get them both. Go way back. There we go. So I actually really enjoyed stitching them, to be honest. And what was interesting was, so the Day Nymph, because I'm a centre starter, so the Day Nymph I started on the bottom and worked my way up. And on the Night Nymph I started at the top and worked my way down. So it was interesting to come at the skirts in different directions. So yes, I just truly love how they've turned out, and the beads just brought them to life. If I can get the sparkle. So yes, so happy. Oh, a bit close up. Okay, so the next one I finished, so that were the first ones I finished, and I got in, I finished the stitching, then I got in and did the beading. And because I had all my beading stuff together and there, and I was also wanting to tidy up my beads, I got in and I finished off Cathedral Woodlands Goddess. Now she's been sitting finished with the stitching finished for quite a while. And I just didn't get in and pick up the beading. Usually it's not a hardship because I love it. But this one, it did take me a while to get to it. Get it to sparkle. She has a lot of beads in her. I was quite surprised at the amount of beads in her. I get the shimmer. So I actually think she's got more beads than some of the mermaids I've stitched, to be honest. There is just so much going on. She is wonderful. So that is Cathedral Woodsland Goddess. And that is that's her. She is MD164 for those who are looking at trying to find her pattern. I still believe she's available. So they're my two finishes, two/3 finishes. Now, the projects I have worked on since I spoke with you. Oof. I've got a few. So one of the projects I ended up working on for quite a while. It's really funny. Whenever I get sick, I tend to pull out a long dog sampler. I think that's quite hilarious because I bring out pandemic and yet I'm being very, very lucky, touch wood. I haven't actually had COVID yet. I've managed to avoid it. And this beauty I have managed to get all the way up to the top corner. I got focused on doing this motif, to be honest, and just really got stuck in. And yeah, so I now have a top corner. So that's very exciting for me. She's going to be a big one. I mean, I don't even think I can get it fully in the frame. How big? And that's only half because that motif. Yeah, that motif there is the center. So it's a big piece, and I'm stitching. I stitch all my stuff on 28 count even weave. The Ghana or opalescent. And I dye, and I'll also say I dye all my own stuff as well. I haven't bought a piece of hand-dyed fabric in a very long time. The thread I am using, and I am going to have to put a bit of information in here or either down in my comments, is a Silks for You hank of silk, and I cannot think of the number at the moment. So I'll have to put that either here or underneath in the comments. So that's the first whip. The next whip is a full coverage piece, Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm doing this on 18 count white Aida. I use red line thread to grid my fabric myself. And this is a Jasmine Beckett Griffith pattern called Ophelia. If I can find an image and I remember how to insert it, I will insert it here somewhere. And what I worked on was the flower. So I finally got some colour in. So there's a lot of black, murky greens and beige and browns. So yes, I am looking forward to getting to her eyes though, because her eyes are just, I think I worked it out the other day, her eyes are just here. They start really here somewhere, so that's getting exciting. I do enjoy her when I work on her. She's a fairly easy stitch. I use Pattern Keeper for all of my pieces. I did not even think to bring it in, and so I could tell you how far along I am. So it'll be another thing I will have to put across the bottom of my screen. We'll see how the editing goes. I'm going away for a few days. I'm not going to have too much to do as I'm babysitting a friend's dog at her place. So the idea is to get this film recorded and edited it all up. So yes, we'll see how I go. So that was Ophelia by Jasmine Becker Griffith. Okay, next one. I have fallen down the Bella Filipina pattern wormhole, and I have a couple on the go. I started with Autumn Equinox, and I then saw Hummingbird Fairy, and I just had to start a very huge start. So this is what she will look like. I actually have her pattern here. I just love her disco funk look and the shoes. So that is, and she is BF035. I'm not sure how the shops list the Bella Filipina patterns. So that's Hummingbird Pixie. I think I called her Fairy, but she's Pixie. And this is where I am. So I made a start on a skirt. There's not much there, but it's a start. So I decided not to do her on an opalescent fabric, so we'll see how that goes. So that's Hummingbird Pixie. Now the next one I caved and I bought because I play a game that's to do with phoenixes, and I was waiting for it to arrive. And then they released this pattern, which is Phoenix Queen BF047. Oh, here's my camera. There we go. Isn't she gorgeous? And which way does she go? Here we go. She's easy. I just had to see what I was up to. So, and this is how much I got in. So I actually got her face in. Her hair and her face, there was a lot of confetti. But I'm loving how she's looking. So, and she'll look really great. She'll either look really great, or she'll clash with my Fire Goddess by Joan Elliott. But she's gorgeous, very dramatic. Okay. And so that's those two. Excuse me. Oh, yes. I am currently, as part of my quad, working on my full coverage piece by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm not going to fully pull it out because it's a monster. Where's the picture? Here it is. So it is, sorry for the glare, it's laminated. I print out a picture off the cover and laminate it up. When I used to use bobbins, I also copied the number colours. And now it's just a picture I like to have in my bag so I can compare my progress. So there we go. So it's Ride of the Yokai by Ruth Thompson, designed by Heaven and Earth. and it's huge. Very huge piece. Doing it on 18 count, so that makes it even huger. And I believe I'm at about, again, I'll put my pattern keeper information. I'm at about 11%, I think. I'll put a correction in. Can I get it all in? Might have to go way back. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm on the 5th. I'm either on the 4th or 5th page. So, and I'm only at 11%. But I enjoy working on this one. I'll see if I can bring it in, because the background is just, it's not just a solid color. It is heavy confetti and heavy going. And I am so glad I have moved across to using the Paco thread organizers, because it makes stitching it so much easier. And what's really fascinating is I'm seeing more in this now, looking through my video camera and into the mirror I have behind to make sure I can see what I'm recording. And it looks amazing. So I am using 2 strands. Oh, that's what I meant to say. So when I do full coverage, I do 2 strands of floss on 18 count, and I do full crosses. And again, this is all marked up with the red line thread that you buy. It's a very fine red fishing line for cross stitch. I think it was originally designed for quilting, actually. And because it's fishing line, you can't put your needle through it. So once you've stitched it, you can just pull it out really easy. Sorry, got a bit of a twitch. So I have been working in here. I think I've probably done, trying to average about 100 stitches a day. Some days I get a few more, some days a few less. So but yeah, I've been sort of filling in, and how I do it is I start in a spot and I work the next color. Like in here, I'd pick up the next color and I'd work it through until I finish the thread, and that's why I've got these bits down here. I've been working on a color and worked it down until I finish the thread. And when I've done it and there's nowhere to finish off easily underneath, I just let it hang, and once I start stitching down there, I can finish it off there. But yes, so that's right of the yokai. Okay, so that's that one. And the last whip, I believe. Okay. So this is Angel of a New Dawn, MD65. Now this is not, she's an older pattern. I'm not sure if she's still available or not. This is not a pattern I went and bought for myself. A friend gave it to me, and she was just been sitting in my collection. My grandma passed a few years ago, and I don't know what prompted me. I think I was just looking at pieces to start, and I was going through fabrics, and I actually thought I'm not overly religious. My grandmother was very Catholic and very religious. And so I thought this would make a lovely memorial piece for her. And I can't remember where I was at last time, but I've got an in. I know I've got an in and worked on her wings, on this wing, and started to get a bit of shape into it. I found the border here. I think I've finished off all of her skin tone and her hair. I think I've just got to come back and put Krynic and beads in. I know I was waiting on some Krynic at one stage. I haven't touched her. I was going to try and touch her this quad, but Cathedral Woodlands Goddess took forever for the beading, and I was beading every day. It was hard going. So that's her. Oh, now I have fallen down a little rabbit hole. My parents are spending a bit more time at the beach. I want to spend a bit more time with them at the beach. And I've also made a friend. She's living, but she was here, but her job, she moved away. And I just wanted a travel project, something easy I could take without having to pack up a cross stitch, because I wake up at ridiculous hours in the morning. So I wanted something nice and simple to do. So I saw these. I think Teresa, little stitcher, she showed me one of the. She'd purchased one of these, and I saw it. I thought, oh, that's cute. And then I saw it on JK's shop, and I thought, oh, that'll be cute. I'll give that a try. So that is it's a Jim Shaw Mill Hill kit, and this one is Aqua Chick JS181714, and I thought it was very, very cute, and it'd be a nice little Easter ornament. And then I was what? Oh, I know it. I went online and I found a shop in Canada who could provide me with the extra Annie's Keeper packs I needed. And because you can't source them in Australia, which is a real bugger. But anyway, and she had these on sale. And even converting to Australian, it still ended up cheaper than trying to source it here. And they go with the little Aqua Chick. So this one is a owl egg. This is JS181814. Okay. And this one's super cute. This one is bunny egg. And that one is JS181812. So that is the first rabbit hole I went down. And then the next rabbit hole I went down was I wanted some Christmas stitching. And I was buying some Christmas presents online for my family. And I got these. I thought these were cute, and I couldn't resist it. Gnomes, Christmas gnomes. There's 4 of them. Well, JK had 4 of them. No, there is just 4 of them from the back. There's just 4. So there is gnome holding gifts. Gnome. There you go, gnome holding Christmas tree. What's this one? Gnome holding wreath. We're very inventive on the names. And gnome holding garland. No, sorry, gnome holding ornaments. In Australia, we'd say gnome holding baubles. So I'm looking forward to, I've been setting up these because I'm going to be away, and I would like to at least start these over Christmas. So fingers crossed they won't take too long to stitch, but we will see. So I just have them all in a bag. I'm actually been making a bag. I've got to get in and finish that off. And it's going to be my cross-stitch travel bag. Everything will stay in it. So all I have to do is when I'm going away for a weekend, I just grab that bag and it is all contained in there. The only thing I'll have to do is add my iPad and its charger and I'll be good to go. So that is one little rabbit hole. Now, the exciting thing that is happening for me in February is I am actually going to be able to go to the Australian Brisbane Mirabilia retreat for the weekend of February, at the end of February. And I am really, really looking forward to it. I wanted to have a new start, and for that, to commemorate my very first retreat, probably my only retreat I'll get to go to, and I have decided, because I couldn't get my hands on her actual Mirabilia memorial one, I was thinking of doing the little one that she did for the last retreat, and I may still do that because I do actually like that little freebie. I decided to do the Mill Hill Mermaid. I haven't dyed fabric for it yet. I have got to do that this Christmas. I have a number of projects I need to dye fabric for. This is MD 117 Merchant Mermaid. She has quite a bit of beading. So I am looking forward to starting her. I'm actually looking forward to dyeing some fabrics. I haven't done it for a little while. The last time I did it was when I was doing up the fabric for Echo Lake. So that is, yeah, that will be lovely. Hopefully I'll get to do some dyeing. I've got the fabric. I had to purchase a whole heap of fabric, so I've got the fabric. I just need to cut it up, trim it, and and then give it a dye, which is exciting. I haven't quite decided the colour of the fabric. I think I might go blue because there's a lot of green in her and I don't want to lose her. I've done green on green before, and I've done sort of like the blues on blue before, but I really love how my Bluebeard's Princess looks on which is a lot of greens on the blue fabric. So I think I'll be doing that at this point in time. Anyway, that is the plan. Okay. I think these are my last, other than my Annie's Keepers and the stickers. These are my last two purchases, and it's so hard not to start them, but I don't have fabric for it. Well, I have fabric. It is sort of earmarked for other projects, and I haven't got anything dyed. So, yeah, I think that's why I haven't rushed ahead and dyed any fabric, because I think I'd be rushing ahead and trying to start projects, because I love these. So I have purchased another 2 Bella Filipinas. I need to start getting some more finishes in. 3 a year is not going to get me through the whips I've got started, let alone anything else. And they are, I think of them as a pair, because I'm already stitching full coverage Alice and Snow White. So I had to purchase the Bella Filipina Alice and Snow White. So this one is the Mad Tea Party BF51. Whoops, sorry. Went the wrong way. I love her. Just love the fact that she's in the pink, and I love the frame. And then Snow White. And I love her frame with all the apples. And Snow White is actually called the Poison Apple, and she is BF049. Now, I did see the latest release of the Goddess. She's a temptation too, but I have now got these two and the Christmas Fairy to stitch, to even start. I have got so many Mirabilias. I have got so many Heaven and Earths. I'm on a Facebook group that has been focusing on other designers other than Heaven and Earth, and there have been some major temptations there. There's been some really beautiful stained glass full coverages that I'd love to try. One is a unicorn, which I think is gorgeous, and the other ones who is the designer? I can't think. It's one everyone on Flosstube talks about. Anyone who does, I can't think of the name of it. And she's got these ladies, and they're like warriors or goddesses or something. They're so beautiful. So lots of temptations out there. So we'll see how we go. I'm really just enjoying doing these full coverages at the moment. Working on my full coverage at the moment, because I won't take that one with me when I go traveling. So I'll probably just take. I haven't decided yet if I will just take my travel stitches, because my practice over the years is I will more often than not work on my Christmas Mirabilia Christmas flourishes over Christmas, and then once we hit Boxing Day, my Christmas gift to myself is then a new start, and it is usually a Mirabilia new start. I think it all started back when I was first stitching Mirabilias. I was a very monotonous stitcher. What had happened is I'd stitch on it and I'd just have the last few bits of beading and back stitching to do by Christmas, the current project I was working on. So I'd finish that off up to Christmas, and by the end of Christmas Day, she was usually done, and then I could pull out the next one and I'd start on the next one. And then I'd go on and so forth. So I'd always have one that was sort of near finishing right around the Christmas time, like Christmas Day and so forth. So I'd finish her and then have that new start. And I've sort of even maintained it even though I'm not getting the finish. Christmas Flourishes is, if anyone hasn't stitched her yet, she is huge. Very, very huge. And yeah, she's got a lot of stitching still left in her. I'm halfway on the actual pattern. So you know how it's one side and you flip it over and that's the other side. So I've done sort of like the top half of that pattern. Now I'm working on the bottom half. Yeah. So I'm undecided because I don't even know if I'll be coming back here before Christmas and then going to Mum and Dad's, or whether I'll be staying where I'm babysitting and going to Mum and Dad's, or vice versa. It's sort of all up in the air this Christmas. It's been a long, hard year. While we haven't had COVID, we've had other family health issues amongst us all. And it's just been a very... Everyone's saying this around at the moment. It's just Christmas. No one seems to have the energy to get into the Christmas cheer and hang the decorations, and they're just looking forward to having some time off, some time with their family. And even myself, it's just all I could do to hang up a few Christmas lights, and it's only one strand. That's because my neighbour's putting me to shame. But yeah, so I don't even have my Christmas tree up here this year. So, and I think it's part of, for me, it's the fact that I don't know what I'm doing over the next week or so, whether I'll be coming here for a few days and then going back across, or whether I'll be staying where I was starting to babysit the puppy dog, and then, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah. I think that's what the whole year's like. Anyway, that is all of my haul. Now for fully finished projects. So I'm going to have to stop and start recording again. So just bear with me this side. Okay, so this is my first fully finished item. Oh, there's the ring light. Okay, so this is by Baba Yaga's House by the Witchy Stitcher. Finished it last year. Now my framer sold her business, and I thought this would be a good test piece for my new framer, and she's done a lovely job, and I think it looks amazing. Now I have a little funny story with this. So I've got 3 pieces done, and I was showing my mum the other day. Now my mum loves my memorabilias, absolutely loves them, and not normally into my quirky occasional dark piece, and I don't do many. And this is actually a bit of an odd one for me. It's not my normal. And she came in and she looked at all 3 pieces that I had lying there, and she went, "Oh, I love this. I wish you hadn't shown me this first. It makes all the other pieces and all the other bits pale in comparison." And I thought that was quite funny coming from my mum. So yes, so that is Baba Yaga's house. I think it is awesome. I am looking forward to my next Halloween and having it up on the wall. Actually, it'll go up on the wall anyway, somewhere. Okay, so my next piece is fully finished item is my Nora Corbett holly, and this is fully framed, and I'll come in close so you can just see her. She's a bit hard to record now that she's framed because she has glass in it, but I love this. We gave her the extra space so that you really get the effect of her just flitting through the picture. This is one of my favorite pieces of hand-dyed fabric that I've done. It's actually a piece of linen. I did not enjoy stitching on linen. I really struggle with linen. I prefer even weave. But having said that, the effect of the dye on linen always turns out so much better because it's always there's less man-made fibre in it. It's pure. It is linen. It is, you know, it's, oh, what's the word, Matilda? I can't think of it. Anyway, yeah, organic, I suppose. And the dye, especially this particular dye that I use, works best on organic fibres. So, because they've got more thing for it to grab onto and stick into the, yeah. There is a technical reason why it works better. I just can't find the words at the moment. So yes, so that was Holly by Nora Corbett, one of her pixies. Okay, so last but nowhere least, the fully finished item is my Cirque de Circles by Ink Circles. I've had this one finished for a very long time, and so okay, I got it all in. Trying to get it in and not get the ring light reflecting on it. I don't think I'm going to have too much luck. So, see, I love this frame I chose for it. And yeah, so it is really lovely finally getting some pieces hung and up on my walls. So she's just had a new baby. She dropped these pieces off to me on her way for her cesarean. I just couldn't believe that. So in the new year, I'm thinking of talking to her about getting some of my backlog framed and out the way. So you may be seeing some more framed pieces. I mean, this house has enough walls for me to hang these all up on. So I'm sort of looking forward to doing that, getting my pictures up on the walls and, yeah, being able to appreciate them every day. So, yes. So I'm like I said, I'm very happy with how all three pieces turned out. I think she did a lovely job. So, yeah, it's sort of exciting. And I think that is it for the evening. So I am going to go and have a look at this video, and hopefully everything worked well, and I'll be able to edit it up and get it to you in the not so distant future, hopefully before Christmas. So everyone be safe. I hope everyone has a happy and joyous Christmas holiday, New Year period. And hopefully, yep, I'll be talking to you again in the new year. So bye for now.